Fast-track your move to Australia as a physiotherapist with the Express Flyer pathways. To get a job as a physiotherapist in Australia, foreign-trained physiotherapists must fulfill specific requirements in order to meet the country's standards for physiotherapy practice. There are three major assessment pathways that the Australian Physiotherapy Council offers to international physiotherapists in order to help them obtain their license to practice. 1. Standard Assessment Pathway. This is the most common assessment pathway for foreign-trained physiotherapists wanting to be registered and work as physiotherapists in Australia. It includes 3 stages. One. Eligibility Assessment and Cultural Safety Training. The eligibility assessment is a document-based assessment to ensure you hold an appropriate entry-level physiotherapy qualification. You will be required to complete an online application and submit the following documents. 1. Your passport identity page. 2. Evidence of change of name, if applicable. 3. Degree certificate. 4. Official statement of results, transcript. 5. Evidence for practice. You will also be required to complete a cultural safety training. The cultural safety training is an online program that consists of 6 learning modules and will take approximately 5 hours to complete. You are required to get a pass mark of 80% to be able to progress on your assessment pathway, but you can repeat the exam until you achieve the pass mark, at no extra cost. Processing fees. Eligibility assessment, $1,136 Australian dollars, which is $762. Cultural safety training, $228 Australian dollars, which is $152. Processing time for this stage takes 4 weeks. The interim certificate. After you have successfully completed the cultural safety training and the eligibility assessment, the Australian Physiotherapy Council will issue your interim certificate. With this 2-year interim certificate, you can fulfill one of the prerequisites for limited registration for supervised practice with APRA. The second stage in the standard assessment pathway is the written assessment. This assessment evaluates your knowledge, problem-solving, and decision-making skills to ensure that they meet the physiotherapy practice thresholds in Australia, established by the Physiotherapy Board of Australia. The assessment is conducted 4 times a year, in December, March, June, and September, and is completed via an online platform that can be accessed remotely from your home or at a physical location. Exam format. The written assessment is conducted online and comprises 2 papers, Paper 1 in the morning and Paper 2 in the afternoon of the same day. Each paper lasts 2 hours and includes 15 cases. Each paper will contain 60 multiple-choice questions within the 15 cases. Each case will include 4 multiple-choice questions that require you, as the physiotherapist, to identify the correct response. Assessment fee, $1,958 Australian dollars, which is $1,313. 3. Clinical assessment. The final phase of the standard assessment pathway is the clinical assessment, where you showcase your clinical knowledge and reasoning while conducting secure and efficient consultations. The evaluation takes place in the simulation lab, a virtual setting where qualified actors play actual patients. The 3 required practical components are as follows: musculoskeletal physiotherapy, neurological physiotherapy, cardiorespiratory physiotherapy. Exam fees, $4,263 Australian dollars, $2,860. Final certificate. After passing all 3 clinical assessment components, you will receive a final certificate, fulfilling one of the prerequisites for general registration with the Australian Physiotherapy Board. 2. Express Flyer Pathway and Flyer Pathway. The Express Flyer Pathway, or Flyer Pathway, is designed to save time and money on your journey towards becoming a physiotherapist in Australia. Eligible foreign-trained physiotherapists can skip some assessment stages in the standard assessment pathway and complete their assessments remotely without the need to travel to Australia. Express Flyer Pathway. This is the fastest route available, allowing qualified physiotherapists to finish their evaluation process without having to take the written assessment or clinical assessment. To receive your final certificate, all you need to do is pass the eligibility assessment and cultural safety training. To qualify for the Express Flyer Pathway, you must meet the following criteria. 1. Have an entry-level physiotherapy qualification in Canada, the United Kingdom, Ireland, or Hong Kong. 2. You must have held registration without restriction with the relevant regulatory body within the past 5 years. 3. Have an entry-level qualification that is diploma level. Flyer Pathway. Eligible physiotherapists must successfully complete the written assessment, cultural safety training, and eligibility assessment in order to receive the final certificate. To qualify for the Express Flyer Pathway, you must meet the following criteria. 1. Have an entry-level physiotherapy qualification in South Africa, the Netherlands or Singapore. 2. You must have held registration without restriction with the relevant regulatory body within the past 5 years. 3. Have an entry-level qualification that is diploma level, B, SC for Singapore. Fees, eligibility assessment plus cultural safety training plus written assessment. Processing time, 4 weeks. 3. Equivalence of qualification pathway. The goal of this evaluation is to check that you have the same competencies as an entry-level physiotherapist trained in Australia and that you are safe to practice. To see if your university program is considered equivalent, consult the list of equivalent university programs here. Fee, $1,549 Australian dollars, which is $1,039, plus cultural safety training, $228 Australian dollars, which is $152. The Express Flyer and Flyer Pathways remain the fastest routes to moving to Australia as a physiotherapist, as they have been designed to expedite the immigration process for physiotherapists. So if you're thinking of moving to Australia as a physiotherapist, it is highly recommended that you explore the Express Flyer and Flyer Pathways. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel for more updates on working abroad and migration.